I basically grew up on the record collection of my older brother, which was a lot of disco and funk, you know, like the sound of the 80s, and stuff like Cheek and Earth, Wind and Fire, and you know, that time. And I guess that influenced me quite a lot, you know, and I'm not necessarily trying to recreate it, but I'm still attached to that sound. So yeah, I guess it had a huge influence on me. I was super surprised. You can never expect something like that. So I remember when I was about to send it to record companies, I wasn't even sure if they would like it at all. So I played it to a friend, and I was like, "Can I do it like this?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, send it out." And first it got signed to a record company in Germany, and it was slowly, you know, growing, and got some recognition in the underground scene and the club scene, and suddenly it got signed by a big UK dance label, Defected Records, and yeah, from there it really blew off, and it became I think it was in 2010, it became like the summer anthem, and yeah, pretty much worldwide. It got played everywhere, and that opened up everything, I have to say. Suddenly you get booked in bigger places, you get booked on festivals, so yeah, it was quite a journey. I was surprised myself. I didn't expect any reply, but I heard before that he was trying to get in touch with young producers, and he was pretty sick, and you know, he beat his sickness, and I think he just wanted to work a lot and leave footmarks and stuff. So I heard about that, and I was just trying, you know. I sent him a message on Facebook. I didn't expect anything, and literally after 10 minutes I got a reply, and he was like, I think he was in Italy, Milano that night, and I was like, "I know your stuff, I just played a Cheek show, and when I'm coming back to New York, to my studio, I'm gonna have a listen." I just asked him if he would be up to, if he could imagine, you know, working with me, and I sent him some stuff I produced back then, and yeah, he's doing everything on his own, you know. I think he's doing his tweets, he's going to Facebook, and yeah, it was pretty easy, hindsight, but you don't expect that. It's changing constantly. I think my favorite, my favorite song is probably, I can't say, no, it's changing constantly. Sometimes it's 58 BPM, which is very different compared to everything I did before. And I don't know, I really like Love Sublime as well. It has a good energy, it makes you happy, and yeah, it has a good groove as well. So I wrote that song basically with the singer Fiora, and I sent that, it was half finished, that version, and I sent it to Nile, and yeah, I thought if you do something with Nile, for me it was important that it makes sense, that it's not just a marketing stunt or whatever. So it was important for me to leave the space for his guitar, you know, but also not, I think what he managed to do is like, he added his, you know, like percentage of Nile Rodgers, but without making it too obvious. So I think he's really, I mean, obviously he's a great musician, and he really understands what a song needs. And yeah, like I said before, I sent him the version, and we ended up doing a virtual recording session. That's the only song I didn't write, actually. It's 100% written by Fiora, and she sent me a demo version, a really stripped down, simple version, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. What do you want to do with it? And she was like, I don't know. I was like, I want to put that on my album. And she was like, really? But it's so different. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. And I'm also a big Prince fan, and I try to little bit, I guess, catch the vibe of, you know, some ballads, some Prince ballads, and for some reason it reminded me of, you know, some songs and from Prince. So I think I just try to recreate the vibe a little bit. I think like it changed a lot if you look back to the 90s, for example, when people were still buying CDs and vinyl. People bought an album just because of one or two songs, and suddenly they discovered other songs, and you start to love the album for you spend some time with it, and it has a very big emotional value for you. And I tried to achieve that. For me, it was important to make an album that people would want to listen to from the beginning to the end, and that's very diverse and doesn't get too boring. And very often I think people just put albums together because they have to, because it's a collection of tracks rather than a musical journey, and I try to make this journey. There's so many great places. I really like playing in Los Angeles. There's a place called, a club called Ronda, which is amazing, but also Washington U-Hall is an amazing club. Here in Brooklyn, I had fun playing the last time. But even playing in places like El Paso was amazing. It's way smaller, but it's just great to have the opportunity to travel and people come to hear and see you. It's just the best job in the world, really. So I guess it's everywhere different, but yeah, I guess I like places where it's sunny in general.